Hey everyone, thanks to my loyal viewers and subscribers who have been watching my videos. I have been AFKing for a while. Now that I'm back, I'll be doing new videos on some of the important and newest games that people might be playing. And on this episode, I'll be doing the Mega Million Matrix using scenario 1 and 2. If you have watched my previous videos, I've been using scenario 1 and 2 for another game, Pick 3, and that's why it has been working, because it has been winning late for most states. And which are you playing? Scenario 1 or scenario 2? And thanks for watching and supporting my channel. You can donate to my channel through PayPal. You can also subscribe to my channel. And watch all my videos more than one time. And you can share and like my videos. And please, you can also donate to my channel via Google Wallet. I'll be answering all questions through email. Please do email me via email. You can use the closed captioning from this video to get a better understanding of my video. And remember, you can always comment on topics that I should be placed on my future videos. I will take any comment or ideas into consideration. Once again, thank you to my subscribers who donated and supported my channel. Always remember, nothing is guaranteed, but if you stick with one idea or method, mindset, you might win or achieve your goals sooner or later. Mega Million Matrix using scenario 1 and 2. Let's take a look at the last 2 weeks from the February Mega Million results. There are a total of 4 draws. And look at the red numbers are results that are won by using the scenario 1 and 2. And let's look at the first 2 weeks of the Mega Million results. The white results are number that haven't hit scenario 1 or scenario 2. And only 1 draw have hit scenario 1 or scenario 2. And please do take a look at the draws from February, the total of 8 draws. And please do look at the red results. they are important in playing the role of using scenario 1 and scenario 2. And the Mega Million Matrix using scenario 1. Let's take a look at that first. And the play style will help you reduce the amount of numbers from a full set to just 35 numbers, therefore helping you eliminate half of the numbers. Look back at the February results of this year. You can see there are 3 sets that are either 4 or 5 even or odd numbers. Even though there are no or odds or even during the month, they appear or odds or even from draws in the past. So if you look at the past, from last year, you will see draws that are all even or all odd. And why do they throw that kind of results on us? Because it's all about the balls drawn. They can throw anything on us. It's just there are too much number out there and too much combination out there for us to even guess which combination comes out next. So it doesn't matter if they throw out 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5 consecutive numbers on us. If they do that, they can do that on us. It's a matter that not all people will play the same combinations. So only a few people will hit the jackpot if they are lucky. So now let's see which draws from February are all odds or all even. Now, as you can see from the results, 7, 11, 13, 19, and 58 were all white balls. And there are 4 out of 5 white balls that are odd. And just by simply picking those 4 odd white balls, you're going to hit 4 number easily because you eliminated 35 numbers from the even from being picked. So if you have picked 09 also, you will hit 4 for 5 and 1 mega ball, which will guarantee you $10,000, I believe. $5,000, I believe, for Mega Million. Unless you play the power play for Mega Million. And you can also look at 17, 19, 23, and 43 are also 4 odd numbers out of 5 from the results of 2018. And you can see if you pick the 14 Mega Ball, you would have hit 4 for 5 and the Mega Ball. Now that's 2 draws they throw us last month with at least 4 Mega Ball that are even or odd. Now, if you look at 216 also, you have 14, 38, 48, and 58, which are almost all even. And if you picked it, the 16 Mega Ball, you will hit also 4 for 5 plus the Mega Ball. Now, you can see that 3 out of how many draws? 8 draws that are almost all odds and even. Even though they're not, you would have hit 4 for 5, which using all 7 numbers combination will not have easily gotten you that winning combination. By eliminating 35 odds or 35 even, you have increase your chance of hitting those numbers. So there are 3 draws. Now, as you can see, you can increase your chance of hitting scenario 1 by focus on playing only odds or even number when picking from the 5 white balls out there. The total of 70 and 69. Depends on which game you're playing, either Mega Million or Powerball. And when you do that, your only focus is the 35 even or odd. Okay, so you either play scenario 1 by playing 35 odd or 35 even. That's why it's called scenario 1. Now, on other games, scenario 1s is different. For pick 3, the scenario 1 will be different from the Mega Million or Powerball. So be sure to watch my pick 3 videos on scenario 1 and scenario 2. And this typically increases the chance of hitting 1 million to jackpot from using scenario 1 by a high percentage. Meaning your chance of increase are very high, that your chance of hitting 1 million are better odds than hitting the jackpot on Tick 5 or Fantasy 5 from any state that holds the game. And 1 million are typically a better jackpot, a better second prize or jackpot than Fantasy 5 or Tick 5 payout. Now, the even matrix and the odd matrix from using scenario 1. And the even matrix goes like this. You start with 02, 04, 06, 08, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, and 20. That's your even matrix that you should play. So in case any of those even number come, you will have hit a guarantee of at least 1 number. So all you gotta do is pick the other 4 even out there, which is not hard because there are now 34 more even to be matched with the even matrix. Same goes for the odd matrix. Odd matrix are 01, 03, 05, 07, 09, 11, 13, 15, 17, and 19. So now all you gotta do is play the other 34 odd numbers, or 33. It should be 34 odd numbers that are left to be matched with any of those odd matrix. And you are now guaranteed at least 1 number to be matched if one of those numbers appear in any of those odd matrix formats. So there, each scenario, you can play even matrix, odd matrix, or both. And if you choose to play even matrix, you gotta play all 2 to 20 for 10 tickets total. If you play the odd matrix, you have to play 1 to 19 on 10 tickets. If it comes out one of those numbers, you're guaranteed to match 1 number on your even or odd matrix format. And the Mega Million matrix using scenario 2. Let's look at difference from scenario 1 and scenario 2. The play style will help you reduce the amount of numbers from a full set to just 35 to 40 numbers, therefore eliminating half of the numbers. Let's look back at the month of February of this year. There are 4 sets that are either 4 or 5 number that does not exceed over 40. Even though there are no draws that have all numbers that does not go beyond 40, they exist in the past draws where all numbers does not go beyond 40. So you can look at the past of last year or the year before or a couple years ago, you will see draw that have all 5 numbers that does not exceed 35 or 40 numbers on the whiteboard. So from 41 to 70 will not appear, or for 41 to 75 the number did not appear. Now let's look at the whiteboards from the last 2 weeks first. Let's look at 227. You have 10, 17, 21, 38, which does not exceed over 40. So you can hit 40. You can hit 4 whiteboards out of 5. And if you choose the 23 correctly, you will hit 4 for 5 and the mega ball. Now let's look at 220, same thing. 17, 19, 23, and 24. Now if you play scenario 2, you will hit 4 out of 5, and if you choose a 14, you will hit 4 out of 5, including the mega ball. Now let's look at the last 2 weeks. Let's go back to last 2 weeks also, and you can see the 7, 11, 13, and 19. Those 4 numbers does not exceed over 40. And if you choose the 09, you will have hit 4 for 5 and a mega ball. And as you can see, from 7 to 19, they are all low numbers that does not exceed 20 numbers. Or the number 20. And look at the first 2 weeks. Exactly, the numbers are 1, 4, 14, 17, and 40. And if you choose the mega ball 4, you hit 5 mega ball and the mega ball. You hit 5 mega white balls and the mega ball. If you didn't choose the 04, you would have still hit 5 mega ball for a total of $1 million. Second prize. So there are 4 draws out of 8 draws that would have been hit on scenario 2 with a good payout. Now, using this scenario will also increase your chance of hitting all 5 numbers by a high percentage. You increase your chance of hitting scenario 2. We'll focus on playing numbers from 40 or below, only when picking from 5 white balls. When you do that, your only focus is the 40 number that are from 1 to 40 only. So 1 to 40 is where you focus. You do not focus on the upper 40 numbers. You focus on the number that are below 40, because numbers that are in the upper tiers from 31 to 69 or 31 to 70 are usually not in the range to hit, because most numbers are hit from 1 to 40. This typically increases the chance of hitting $1 million to a jackpot from using scenario 2 by a high percentage. How high? A better odds than hitting the first prize of Fantasy 5 or Tick 5. And the numbers are from 1 to 40 or 1 to 35 numbers. From using scenario 2. Scenario 2, not scenario 1. I correct myself. And the matrix goes from 01, 02, 03, 04, 05, 06, 07, 08, 09, and 010. And that's your matrix. If any of those numbers comes first, you will have guaranteed a match of one number. You could also use 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, or 10, 20. You can use 10. If you don't like 10, you go for 20. But 11 to 19 must be played. And the D-stir for the month of March for the Mega Ball or Powerball are on the right side. And the left side is for pick 3 and pick 4 for March. And take time and copy the D-star prediction down. So we use D-star 13 for March 1st and 31st. You can even use D-star 13.1 too. Now, I'll also announce the April D-star prediction for Mega Man and Powerball. Same thing, the left side is for pick 3 and pick 4, and the right side is for Mega Man or Powerball. Take time and copy the D-star prediction. It'll be D-star 13 and 12 for April. So April 1st, you use D-star 13, and April 2nd and on. So up to the 30th, you use D-star 12. So the only day that you still use D-star 13 is April Fool's Day. Now, let me do the mathematical formula on the Mega Man results for March 2nd, 2018. The scenario that hit was scenario 1. It popped up all even numbers, like I predicted from my previous videos. That even or odd will come again. So if you have stood to my medical play, you might have hit a lot of numbers. I wouldn't say all, but you might hit 4, 5, or 4, 5 and the Mega Ball. Maybe 3 or 3 and the Mega Ball. And the matrix are 20 to 30s. So you have to skip 1 to 10 by skipping 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. You have to start from 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, and 30. So you have to play all those 10 numbers on your matrix. And you have guaranteed to hit 24. And it goes like this. 32 times 13, which is 3,926. 3,926 times 13, which is 51,038. Will be your first set, and 51,038 times 13, which is 63494, will be your second set. And you also multiply that number by 13, which will give you 8,625,000. And 422 will be your third set. So you're skipping set number 1. And when you do that, you also multiply that by 13, which will give you 11, 21, 30, 46. So that will be your last set. And after you get those numbers, you have to set it up accordingly to what I have did. Like this. The asterisk is nothing. It's just for an extra number. So if the sets on set number 3 exceeds that amount of a digit, then the extra number will be placed on that side where the asterisk is, and it will not be used. And the results are 24 are in set 3 and set 2 and 3. So 24 and 24. It goes diagonal and from right to left. That's where you got your 24. And 28 would be 28 and 28 from set 3 and 4. And your 42 is on set 3. So 42 and set 2 and 3, 42 and set 3 and 4, 42. So 42 is almost everywhere. And your 60 would be in set 1 and 2, 60. And 64 is nowhere near. It'll be 63, then 64. So that's a close one. And Megaball 8 is not near also. 038. Almost next to picking the 08. It'll be 03 and 04, 01 and 06. And if the 8 were on the 3 spot, you have Megaball 8 picked it also. And that's how you do the method for Mega Min. Now you can even use both these 13 and 13.1. It will be the same results. That's how you set up also. You do the same thing I did for these 13. You do it for these 13.1. And after you multiply all sets, you neglect set number 1. And where do I get these numbers from? Same thing. When I do the multiplication from 13.1 times 3,926, I get this with a decimal numbers, and the decimal numbers cannot be used for all sets. But you do have to multiply the decimal number too when you go from set number 2 to set number 3. And typically, only follow the results. Do not look at the 51,038, 66,494, and 86,254. 8,625,422. Do not look at all those numbers because all those numbers are from these 13. I forgot to change them, and the only numbers you look at is the results. And after you do that, here's your setup. And as you can see, 24, 42, 60, and 64 are not on the board. But 28 is from set 1 and 2. You have 28, and then also from set 1, 28. Also from set 3 and 4, 28. And the Megaball 8 is from set 3 and 4. So Megaball 8 Now the code number for next draw, Friday's draw, which is the 23rd. Here's my code number list: 65, 8, 63, 37, 67, 69, 68, 62, 44, 54, 22, 32, 56, 20, 50, 45, 36, and 9. They're all core numbers that having existed in the last 20 draws. And those numbers are your main focus. And over the limit numbers are 17. 17 occur a lot of times, approximately 6-7 times, and you cannot play that number. So you only eliminate one number. So if you're playing scenario 1 using the odd matrix, you eliminate one extra number, which is 17. So your focus would be 34 number instead of 35 number. And if you're using scenario 2, your focus are from 1 to 40 or 1 to 35, and you have eliminated one number, so you'll be playing from 1 to 34 or 1 to 39 numbers, because 17 is considered over limit and occur more than 6-7 times.